Everybody good? Good. All right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to loosen up. All right? I see everybody sitting here kind of tight, like I'm about to give you a sermon or something. We're about to be cool. How you doing, man? What's your name?
Anderson.
Anderson? Yeah. What's up, Anderson? Going to the 9th grade, right? Yeah. What's about you, man? What's your name? Patrick. What's up, Pat? Can I call you Pat? That cool? All right, what's up, Pat? We're about to have a good time. All right, now that y'all loose, hope everybody else is loosen up. Tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Micah White, born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama. Now live in Los Angeles, California. I did live in Richmond, Virginia while I was the head volleyball coach at James River High School. Carrie, who has asked me, and Madeline, who asked me to come speak with you guys, wants me to talk with you guys about something I feel is very important. The fact that whatever in your mind that you want to do, you can do it. Sounds very cliche, doesn't it? Have you ever heard that before, Pat? Whatever you think you can do it. Do you believe that, though? Honestly, do you believe it? The fact that you pause causes me concern, okay? Because it's true. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Give you a little history about myself. Born and raised Birmingham, born and raised very poor, raised by my grandmother. All the odds were against me. Mom was a drug addict. Dad was overseas in the military. So all the odds were against me. Who would have thought that me, little black dude from Birmingham, Alabama, would be able to go to Los Angeles, and up until this point, I've been in 2 episodes of Army Wives, which comes on the Lifetime Network. I was in the movie Unstoppable with Denzel Washington. But these are things that my peers told me I would never be able to do. What if I would have listened to them? Where would I probably be right now, Patrick? Probably in the window at McDonald's instead of in front of you here talking to you right now. You think so? I was always told what I couldn't do. I was funny my whole life. I had jokes, I would tell jokes, and people would, listen to my jokes. They say, I want to be a comedian. I want to be one of the best comedians ever. You can't do that. That's great. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, my bad. I always wanted to be what other people said I couldn't do. Motivation comes from myself, not anyone else. All right? You know what a paradigm is? You know what a paradigm is, Pat? Tell me what you think a paradigm is. Okay, I'm going to tell you what a paradigm is. It's okay. It's all right not to know. Not to know is a good thing, especially when you admit you don't know. A paradigm is the reality of my state of vision, what I see, how I see it, the way I see it. You have your own paradigm. I have my own paradigm. I never saw myself not being the greatest comedian ever. I still don't see myself. I still got a long way to go. I will be the greatest comedian ever. I will be. Why will I be that? You know why? Because I said so. And I believe it. What would you like to do, Pat? What's your dream? What do you want to do? Not sure yet. That's good. That's okay. That's okay. What do you like? When you wake up in the morning, what's one thing that intrigues you? You're not sure. Pat, do you know anything? Huh? Music. You like music. Okay. Do you like to play or sing or just listen? You like to play music. What instrument? Percussion. Do you think that you're capable of being an okay percussion player, or do you think you're going to be real good at it? Could be. You will be if you choose to be. All right? Does everyone know what it takes to be excellent at something? I'm going to give you what Aristotle. Excellence comes from what we repeatedly do over and over again. What we repeatedly do over and over again. So if you want to be a phenomenal drummer, guess what you got to keep doing? Playing the drums over and over until you drive your mama crazy, okay? Keep playing. I'm going to give you a maxim. If you sow a thought, you reap an action. You sow an action, you reap a habit. You sow a habit, you reap a character. You sow a character, you reap a destiny. Did everybody get that? I'll give that to you one more time. I want you to process it. Sow a thought, you reap an action. Sow an action, you reap a habit. Sow a habit, you reap a character. Sow a character, you reap a destiny. Therefore, first you got to think you can be something. If you don't think it, you'll never act towards it. You have to know that you can be the best. Who in here, is there anyone in here that don't feel like they can be the best at whatever they choose to be? Is there anyone that feel like they're mediocre? Nobody feels that way. Everybody feels like they can be the best, right? Do you feel like you can be the best at whatever you decide to do? Yeah. Okay, so will you agree with me that most people don't become the best because other people tell them they can't? Would you agree with that? That most people probably say, you know, maybe I can't be as good as I am. Why? Because Madeline told me that I can't dunk because my left leg's shorter than my right. Well, I'm about to show her that I got extra power in my right leg. That's what's going to have to happen. Do you believe you can be whatever you want to be? Yeah. The best at it. Not mediocre. The absolute best. Yeah. What do you like to do? A lot of stuff. So you're going to be good at a lot of things then. Yeah. Name one thing you like to do. Play volleyball. Volleyball. How about that? It's right up my alley right here. Volleyball. Volleyball's a phenomenal sport. I would have to say so myself. I believe you can be the best volleyball player ever. I believe it. When Carrie Heavenrich, the one that was up here speaking, Carrie came to me from California. Her first year coming in, I wanted her to be a setter. She was a little nervous. The reason she was a little nervous because the setter that was in front of her was pretty doggone good. So she didn't feel that she could be one of the best setters in our program. I pulled Carrie to the side one day, gave her a little pep talk, told her she can be it. Without any question or anything, ever since then, everything I asked Carrie to do, she put forth the effort to be the best setter she could be. So she would have been setting you because obviously you would be a hitter in my world of volleyball. So just get ready to hit that ball, okay? That's what you do, all right? But Carrie put forth the effort. You have to put forth the effort. Once again, the thought of her being a great setter, because she thought it, it kicked into action. After action came habit. Once you start doing something and you like what you're doing and you're starting to see reaping the benefits of what you're doing, once you start seeing that you got that double take going, then you're going to start working on that triple take. Then you're going to start working on your rolls. It's going to create a habit. You're going to keep going over and over and over and over again. You're going to realize that the more I do this, the better I'm going to get. It's in a book called Rework that it takes 10,000 hours of something to become a professional at it. That's a lot of time. Think about that. It takes 10,000 hours to become a professional at something. That's a long time. So when you see these entertainers that's on TV, like myself, when you see these singers or drummers and you see them on TV playing, in your mind, you think that they just started because you just saw them. You think this is overnight success. A lot of people don't realize I've been doing comedy 15 years. I'm funny. I'm real funny, okay? We'll let y'all know that. But in the beginning, I wasn't as funny as I am now. I was a little, you know, maybe a boo every now and then, Patrick. But now no boos, okay? Why are there no boos? Because I consistently worked on being funny. You know, also, the road to happiness has one thing, one element. The road to happiness is being able to put behind what you want right now for what you want later. That make sense? Being able to put behind what you want right now for what you want later. That's why it says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, because we're always in the pursuit. We never really get there, but we're always in the pursuit of it. But to get into that inevitable happiness that we want, we have to put behind, right? I'll give you an example. I'm looking for a car right now. Kind of car that I'm looking for right now, I'm looking for a 7 Series BMW for under $45,000. And I want it to be a 2009, which means I'm probably never going to find that car. However, that is where I'm at now. That is my vision now. A couple of years ago, I was driving a 1992 Toyota Tercel, Patrick. And that car right there gave me more problems than I ever had in my life. And I wish I could have gotten a better car at that point. But I knew that if I would have gotten a better car, I wouldn't have had the money to do anything else. I wouldn't have had the money to save up to get this $45,000 BMW that I want. That makes sense to you? So I had to drive a hoopty around. You ever rode in a raggedy car before, Patrick? It's a headache, ain't it? I had a real raggedy car. I used to have to turn the windshield wipers on just to get the headlights on. Can you imagine that? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh. It's not funny. No. Oh, don't point at her. You were laughing too. But I knew that one day, but that was also part of my motivation. Simply because when I used to drive around that 1992 Tercel and I pull up at the light, Patrick, and I look to the left and I see that nice looking young lady, I look over like, yeah, then I remember I'm in a raggedy car, so I got to look back forward because I can't talk to her. But I knew that one day I'm going to be able to look over in my BMW and do the peace sign and we're going to talk. I know this. So I put behind temporary happiness for inevitable happiness for where I was trying to go. Back to the maxim we were talking about. Habit creates character. Because I'm able to put behind things for things that are more important later on, it also makes me who I am. It makes me realize what's important today. Not just what I want today, but what's important today for tomorrow. Everybody get that? So my habits created the character that I have, the man that I am today, the man that I'm becoming, because of the habits that I have, which came from the action, which came from the thought. And finally, my character sets me up for my destiny. Give me the 3-minute sign when we, how much time we got? 3 minutes? 4 minutes, okay, sweet. My character sets me up for my destiny. Who I am will take me to where I'm inevitably gonna go. Now, if I wanna be the greatest comedian, greatest actor, but I never go to acting class, I never get on stage and perform, will I ever become the greatest comedian, ever? Heck no. No, I'm gonna just be some old washed up guy that's gonna always have these stories to tell my grandkids about what I coulda and shoulda and would have done, versus sitting back and let what I've done speak for me, all right? I guess in closing, my encouragement to all of you is to be active, not with doubt, but with assurance that whatever you wanna do, you can do it. Whatever you wanna do. And my prayer is 3 things. It's one of 3 things. There are 3 different types of people. You have dependent people, independent people, and interdependent people. A dependent person is a person that's depending on somebody else to give them what they need to get to where they want to go. 90% of these people never make it. Does that make sense? Independent people are people that don't need anybody else. They only need themselves to get everywhere. They don't need motivation from nowhere else. All they need is their self. Only 50% of these people make true success. You would think this person would be at the top of the world. They're independent. The most powerful out of the 3 is interdependent. Those are people that understand that you need each other in order to make it to ultimate success. You cannot do it by yourself. You do need your dependence. You do need your independence. But ultimately, you need interdependence. You're good at what you do. What do? Play soccer. Can you imagine if we put him in the middle of the field with the drums and y'all play soccer? That'd be a great game, wouldn't it? It'd be kind of crazy, but it'd be a good game. Yes, it would be very entertaining. The point that I'm making is bring what you got to what Patrick has, put them together, you got something that's ultimate. Realize where you're strong, realize where you're weak. Realize where you're strong, realize where you're weak. Find a person that's great where you're weak. Add that person to your paradigm, to your design in life, and you two will be stronger together. Everybody got that? So out of everybody that's in here, I think I'm seeing a lot of millionaires and billionaires. And I don't mean that as a joke. I really mean that. Everyone in here has the capability of being whatever you want to be. It's up to you. The glass is never half empty. It's always half full. Got it? Thank y'all for y'all time. I'm Micah White.